level one. Jimmy Hilton is running ahead, doing all of the in-wall, overhead, his drywall, right?
Yep.
Derek is coming behind with all the
Your
finishes.
paints,
So
finishes,
he's
ceilings,
a-
everything like that. So
He's a high-end finish guy, and Mayo is definitely high-end finish. You'll see when we go in here, they love wallpaper, a lot of wallpaper.
Is wallpaper high-end finish or?
This job it is. You would think you would do wallpaper last, right? You think it's the last thing you put up. You can't. The way this thing is sequenced.
yeah, there's a lot of PPE cabinets going through the walls. So in order to get that wrapped in, all the smart doors, all to get that stuff wrapped in, we did our first mock-up on that. And to see that wall covering just going like 3/4 of an inch to a half inch to try to seal that up and make a nice crisp edge is very difficult. We backpedaled a little bit, took the doors out, wrapped that a good 3 inches in, so that way you got a good bond, and then you put the doors back in. That way that's sealing up very nicely. Also with your rubber base as well, getting that corner to stay there. We've all done it, the hot glue gun, trying to hold it in, you know, that kind of stuff, and it just doesn't work. So what we try to do is go back, let all our finishes go through, wrap the doorways, and then come back in and set the smart door. So you'll see some of that aspect in there. It's just trial and error. That's why doing a mock-up is obviously very important to big success.
When we first started the project way back in the design phase, they identified some first install rooms. So the idea is that we get that room 100% done before we proceed. It kind of worked, right? We kind of called it a lot of it just because of procurement issues and some other things that happened. It's a great idea, but I think given the times and COVID, procurement was probably the biggest thing that hurt us.
And there was some good things that come out of it. You know,
Yeah.
all the placement you're going to see, from the clocks to the tables to where the shark containers go, all those aspects we all captured all those early. So the rest of the rooms, the 56 of them, so we worked on one good one, 56 other ones. It should be repetition, so that made our guys a lot easier to go. So a little slow getting that room done, but once it got done, it's very helpful for the rest of the project.
5 observations, just rapid fire from y'all. What do you see when you stand in this space?
All cords are up.
Cords are up. What else? Clean. What else? We've surprised this job site how many times? 5, 6 times? Always the same.
Quality looks good. Your mouth sealing, all your penetrations are sealed, your fire stopping, so.
Yep. Quality looks good. What else?
PPE as well. I haven't seen one individual without their gloves, safety glasses, hard hat vests. So.
Love it.
I see the flow from where we walked in to here, and I'm sure as we go around, I can see the flow. I can see where the people are moving to and where they're going next.
I like that.
They have their penetrations marked, the walls marked as 1 hour rated
Yeah.
walls where that goes. That's
Yeah.
a big deal.
Yeah.
We do have some very stickler inspectors.
Okay.
They are on top of that. So we go through our speedies or our third-party inspectors. Then we go through the city and electrical. So those guys don't relax on us too much. And then we also do part of the TAC plan. We have our PEs and superintendents will walk the areas, do a pre-inspection, and then we also have a Mayo inspection. So their whole team kind of looks like you guys. They all come in and they just go through it as well and hit those areas as well. So by the time it's time to close the grid, there's very few items that we would not classify as passed or failed or waiting or anything like that. Everything is completed, ready to go. So
Yeah, I love that. If I could give some observations too, everyone is working. Most jobs, I swear, as I fly around the country, they're hauling 2x4s and looking for things at 7 o'clock. It'll be on most jobs in the United States, it'll be until 8 o'clock that workers just stop walking around looking for material. Everybody's working and focused. The cords are up. You go outside, look at the danger tape, signage on it. It's right there, 100% organized. Whether it's 100,000 or 2 million or 5 or 10 or 100, there really isn't any excuse. If you, how many workers are you missing? About 120 every. What is it? Is it 120 every day that you need that you don't get, or is it less than that now?
Yeah, probably a little bit less now. It's gotten better, but yeah, we're probably still short.
About
50,
60,
so, yeah.
60, 50, 60 people. So the original projections when they did their manpower analysis, we were at 120. Now it's at around 60. But with that, with the team, 580 people, $250 million, if they can do it, then anyone can do it. And even though it's not perfect, we'll find a pile somewhere. We'll find scaffold. We'll see something up their skirt as we walk to the job. But you can see there's a level of care here. And I just want to say it's really impressive.
And I also didn't see a whole lot of material laying around.
Yeah.
Master bundles of conduit, master bundles of studs, any of that stuff. You don't see a lot of that stuff laying around so far.
we really do pride ourselves on that. I mean, we keep things what we call mobile. So, I mean, you'll see a pallet, it's there, but it's easily on a pallet. We can power jack it, take it away, move it around where we need to do.
So I notice you have Otis elevator. Do you have the same problem on the west side of the country that we have on the east side? When they show up, they bring all their crap.
Yeah.
They take up real estate, and you don't really have a whole lot of choice in what you got to give them. same problem?
Same
Yes.
problem.
It ain't changing.
At least they're equal, equal
And
opportunity.
then honestly, you guys, if you would have called us a couple of days ago, we had a Otis cleanup, which doesn't happen very often.
they cleaned up.
But they on Saturday brought 6 men in, piled our trash cans so full that we had no other opportunity. So we scrambled the last couple of days
That's
just
why
to
we got
get
behind.
it
Right,
all back
yeah.
up. Our dumpsters or our gondolas are just piled up, waiting like a train track over there, waiting to get emptied. But that process, they did a good thing by cleaning up, but they really hampered us because they didn't do it daily, which was what we request from ourselves. Right, you do that daily, you're not doing this max, you know what I mean? And that's kind of what we preach all the time.
Can you guys explain your cleanup strategy with your trade partners?
We do it, ask for it daily. So if you're working in that area, that should be at the end of the day, the last 10, 15 minutes of your day should be sweeping, your gondola should go out. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to make for the next morning, just ready to go. You're back to work, you're not cleaning and all that kind of stuff. We get the guys in and out. That's what we request from them. Does it happen every day? No, but we do try to do that.
And if you don't get participation,
We shut it down.
Yeah.
This gentleman will shut it down, send an email out, and you're done, you're cleaning. There's no work. Going to put your tool bag on, clean it up.
as a management on site, do you guys have your own general labor that is in charge of just like the corridor cleanup and the trades are?
We try to limit it. I mean, we try to put it all in the trades, but we do pitch in, like a couple guys you saw coming in, those are our crews. Sometimes we need to pitch in and help out. But yeah, we have 15 to 17 full-time DC people that are just doing safety, managing logistics, gates. You add it up, it's a big job, it takes a lot of people.
We try to, if you get some of this little bit of dust and stuff like that, you don't want to really go that extra mile, so we'll jump in, throw some of the clean sweep down and then clean it up, so.
One thing the crazy is, so interestingly enough, I was on the interview team with DPR for this job before I went and did my own thing. They had an integrated project delivery type system for pre-construction in an IPD light type contract. It wasn't the normal IFOA, but it was a CM at risk contract, and they had a very integrated pre-construction team. So these items are in the contracts for the trade partners. It was agreed upon. There was alignment with Mayo. I mean, a lot of this awesomeness happened in pre-con. And so even the rule that you hear, hey, we shut you down, right? That was made clear from day one, right, Brent?
It was,
So-
it's in the contract.
It's in the contract. So you're right, Mr. Thornlow, like you can, to recover a job, he'll go recover a job and implement, be like, hey, we're going, right? But it is a lot nicer when Brent can be like, hey, this is what we bought, right?
Have that conversation up front, because I've had it on mine when I started now, I have it up front with the foreman, the project managers, whoever's running the job for the trade. This is what we're going to do.
The pre-mopes. So before anyone comes on site, they're going through a pre-mope where we're reviewing the contract, our expectations, the orientations, all that good stuff, hammer tech, they're going through all that aspect from the beginning.
And so you guys have a lot of people that come through to do inspections. How do you guys track action items that come up from those?
So we have an iPad that has an inspection sheet on there, and so the inspector literally goes through. We have 2 of them for electrical and architectural. They go to a blueprint, and they have a color code at the top chart there, and then the wall is first layer, good to go. They'll have a color for that, and we know that that's passed. So every day the trades can go in, look at that it's on the BIM, see it, see where you're tracking. You know that wall's already been inspected. We can drywall and hang it. Where we're at our ceiling, where we can put in. There's notes on there. You can take of the issue, not missing anything like that. You can take a picture of that and put it on there. So it's a very
What software system?
the BIM 360.
Oh, BIM 360.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the inspectors, we have just a Bluebeam project set up for the inspector, so they go and do their markup. It's separate
On the
from
rep,
ours.
yeah.
Okay.
But then BIM 360 field, we manage all their issues.
I should say it's more of the rev aspect of it than that part of it, so that way the guys can't see that. It's my fault. It's more that way. We track our issues in 360, but their issues we have there on that rev.
Okay.
I don't know if it's changed, but when Brent and I were working together, and you can tell me what you do now, but we had Bluebeam project, really great from drawing distribution, so that blows Procore out of the water in most cases, in my mind. BIM 360 glue to see the model, and you can go down and click any room, and it goes right to that room. Sometimes you post QR codes right on the door frame, right? BIM 360 field, which if anybody's used it, absolutely amazing. In a company where Mr. Montero and I may have worked, they switched to Procore, and it went down like this, and it never recovered, right? So like DPR at least used to do a really good job of getting the best of each software Now, people will complain that there's too many different ones to learn, but it really was a nice system. Has there been any
Well, we
modifications?
do also construction site.
Yeah,
So we take
construction
pictures of the construction site, which, you know, you guys have all gone back. Where's that box at? I know they put it there, you know. It's tremendous. So
Yeah.
I just wish there was a little bit more help creating software where you could get a measurement and do some things like that. It'd be a lot helpful than trying to find the conduit and, you know. But yeah, I mean, that's so helpful to know that you did put that box there. You did, you know, it just got covered with drywall or tile, or that access hole was there for the paper towel dispenser, you know. So yeah, it's tremendous.